Okay, let's just quickly give this another shot. I wanted to show you the Circle of Flame I picked up. Man, that is an obscure piece. Look at that, it's the same skin as the Nefarian helm. Yeah, very fun piece, and I'm gonna wait for the cooldown because you can see the effect. It's sort of like a Hellfire thing, Hellfire summoning thing that you can do for mana regen. And I did actually, hey, you know what? I used this on Ragnaros, and it was useful. So it's not just a pretty face. Okay, it had some kind of utility as well. Okay, so let's click it. And then here's the buff up here. Circle Flame, mana convert. Indeed. And of course, Fear Ward, because I'm a fucking dwarf, because why else would, that's just what you have to do. It's in Season Mastery, everybody knows what the racials are. I don't know why you wouldn't roll a dwarf. Everybody wanted dwarfs. And yeah, so I guess now we can try some. We got full mana here. Let's try to get some crits in. Let's try to get at least one fucking crit. Let's start with a Desperate Prayer. Let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put in the thing to display combat, show healing. Yeah, so you know what's going on. Okay, Desperate Prayer. Boom. Okay, well, that didn't show up clearly. Let's see what the combat lot said. Yeah, fat, instant, self-heal. Oh yeah, fat crit. Right off the bat. Okay, it's my shield. That's what my shield, I have this little add-on here which tells me how much of my shield is left, which is pretty dope. Didn't have that kind of thing back in the day, Plus healing affects the amount of damage that the Power Word Shield will absorb. So what I'm gonna do, so basically, okay, what are we gonna it's just inner focus, mind vision, mind control, all this stuff. Holy Nova, oh yeah, Holy Nova. Yeah, I'm all about Holy Nova. Super useful in PvP, especially when you're disrupting people with the flag and stuff. Oh my god, just at the in the Rathi Basin, they're trying to cap, and you're you run up and you run from the graveyard and you res, and you're boop, 50 damage, haha, lost the game, bye Horde. Yeah, that was always a great one. Dispel, Dispel, look, honestly, okay, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I didn't understand the difference between cleansing and dispelling 15 years ago. It took me this round to understand that priests could remove debuffs from friendlies and remove buffs from offensive players from Horde. And Paladins couldn't do that. They could only remove debuffs. So interesting to know. I didn't show you my talents. So what I decided to go for here was what am I trying to emphasize? The point I was trying to make is that I actually use Spirit of Redemption a lot in PvP. This is obviously not clearly I'm in my PvE spec. But when I was in my PvP spec, I would actually use the Spirit of Redemption thing, right? And what would happen is as soon as you die, you get 10 seconds, you can cast any heal you want. It's boom, you're just killing me is like the worst thing you could have done, because now I can just heal everything. You should have CC'd me, bro. Like, idiot, right? And so that was pretty sick. But like, what would happen was, the terrible thing about this Spirit of Redemption stuff is that, like, as soon as you hit anything which isn't a heal, right, it would just like kill the effect, right? You would instantly die. You would be out of the Spirit of Redemption. So what that means effectively is, like, you're chasing someone in Warsong Gulch, blah, 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 blah. Dispel. You're trying to dispel the free action potion. You're trying to dispel the well, not the Blessing of Freedom, obviously, because I'm on Alliance. You're trying to dispel Power Word Shield off them. Okay, you're trying to be extremely offensive, right? And what happens in that case? Wait, what am I talking about? What am I renews ticking for? Why am I not getting the ticks? Come on. Show healing. Enable floating combat text. There we go. Okay, ticks. Thank you. Okay, so that's a nice, good renew tick. Let me put my actual helmet back on instead of the circle of flame. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is so boring. I'm sorry. I feel like you're going to be obligated to watch this, and like it's not that interesting. So you're dispelling, right? So you're running around in Warsong Gulch or whatever. You're dispelling. Okay, dispel. Dispel is not a heal, right? So as soon as you die, right, you go into Spirit of Redemption form, and because you're spamming dispel, you hit dispel as the Spirit of Redemption, and then you immediately die, and you lose the ability to cast free heals for 10 seconds. Yes, that's terrible. So terrible. It's so embarrassing. It's humiliating. So then I had to come up with this like macro system, where, so like you see, like I've got SOR on a bunch of these, because like these are things like, abolish disease, mind blast, smite. These are all things that I could be conceivably spamming. So even stone form, as my dwarf racial. Even though, so I could absolutely be spamming any of these sort of offensive spells while I'm about to die, right? And then immediately lose my Spirit of Redemption form as a result of hitting that button while dying. So I made this macro on all these spells, which is like, basically it's sort of like, if, I mean, this is technical, but like basically shadow form, stance 1 is like, this means if you're in shadow form or Spirit of Redemption form, dispel magic, right? And the mouse over was so that like I could like literally just like, I could like hold my mouse over someone in the raid frame and dispel. Like I could hold my mouse over someone that I wanted to dispel and hit my dispel keybind, and it would work. That's what that mouse over thing is about. But yeah, so basically like I had to sort of gate all of these like offensive spells on the Spirit of Redemption, because of the Spirit of Redemption thing. Like SOR on fucking everything, fucking Holy Nova. Oh man, so much Holy Nova spam when I'm dying in PvP that would instantly cause me to die. It was so annoying. Yeah, okay, so that's basically that. And main event, I guess, is just like, we've got Benediction back in this video now, so we can pump up some heals, and now we've actually got the text. So let's buff up and see what we can do. Do I have any pots or anything cool? Fuck, I'll get the box of chocolates. What's another 2 fucking minutes of wasting your goddamn life? Okay, we got a box of chocolates in here. So I'm gonna grab that and let's say there's some plus healing shit in there. I think that's a good bet. Whoop. Okay. Well, hey, let's just see what this prayer healing does. Okay, 1862 on the my max rank prayer healing. That's not bad. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about like, you know, I mean, obviously I took inspiration from you and then inspiration from other people that have basically played priests, right? And like, sort of like, I have every down rank of ready heal available and every down rank of heal available. Like these are all the heals and these are all the greater heals. And then I just sort of like name them roughly by like what they do base roughly at some point in my gear when I went and did that, you know. That makes sense? It definitely does. You know, this renew says 304, but like, you know, you and me both know that like my renew is fat, way fatter than that right now. Oh, that's juicy. That's a juicy fucking renew, baby. 335. That's not bad at all. Okay, so let's open this box of chocolates. Sorry, I'll actually show myself doing it. Okay, damage, buttermilk delight, defense, sweet surprise, healing done. Okay, here we go. So I'll grab that out of the box and I'm going to get that plus 44. Fuck yeah! So obviously we're not doing, you know, we don't have kings here, we don't have Mark of the Wild, okay? We don't have, okay, intellect, we don't have all the basic shit that we need to really actually max out what this would look like in a raid environment, but here's what I can do solo. Okay, so I've got my inner focus binding. I think I'm gonna go for a. So what I want to do, I want to pop the trinket, right? That's how that works. I want to pop the trinket. And while I'm popping the trinket, I want to renew because that's going to have a higher plus healing. And we can see how much that ticks for. And then like we can do inner focus, 100% crit chance. Oh wait. Reduce, okay, no mana cost and plus 25% crit, right? So hopefully we'll get a fat crit. Yeah? All right, sick. Okay, so Draconic Infused Emblem 3, 2, 1. Click Inner Focus. Greater heal. Oh my god. God, that's fucking sad. Oh my god, that's depressing. Oh my god. Oh. That's devastating. That renew though, 382, 381. Okay, that is a fat renew. That is such a fat renew. And that's with improved renew as well. Which is a little bit of a hack because it makes your renew more powerful than other priests renew in the raid, and then like increases your overall hot healing, and so you can get higher in the meters. It's like it's just, this game is such bullshit. Like this game really makes you a bad person. It encourages you to be a bad person in the end, and that's really the problem with games, is that like you're not a good person if you play them well. Perhaps that's in. I don't want to get too philosophical about how that compares to life. But yeah, we're definitely gonna wait. Okay, so another awesome thing about this trinket, 1.1 minute, 15-second cooldown. So it's not like a huge deal. We can definitely get some crits. eventually with this thing on. Even though inner focus is still down. Let's just go and see what we can get. Am I a joke to you? Do you think this is funny? You think this is somehow gonna keep me in the game? We got 42 seconds on the cooldown. I found Z to like this flash heal, and I would just like flash heal the fuck out of things in like really tight situations. Oh yeah, real tight fucking situation in PvP, you know. I was in a lot of them, you know. Got together with a bunch of very hardcore WoW players that were also interested in PvP ranking and were serious about PvP in all versions of the game and been playing the game for a long time and stuff like that. And like, it was really interesting to like learn how to sort of keep them up in that environment and like just learn that class. And you know, not saying that I'm did it purely to empathize with you, but like you know, it was like it was one of my goals, was like understand a little bit more about your mindset at that sort of period of our lives. And okay, so let's pop this off again. Let's just get one goddamn crit. I'm gonna fucking inner focus. Okay, we're gonna pop this guy off. Thank you. One fucking decent crit. And that's all she wrote. We got one crit. Hey, we got one crit. 4220, it's definitely not the highest I've seen. Even with this like cheating plus 44 healing buff, like that's like not the highest I've seen. But clearly, you know, it should be no surprise to you. I'm gonna psychic scream out of like rage that like this is so frustrating. But yeah, like I'm clearly not having super good luck with the RNG right now. And yeah, I suppose the only reason I sort of have this character around at all is because I wanted to show it to you at some point. And I'm just making these videos to make sure that I do that. Yeah, sorry that I wasn't a good boyfriend when we were children. It's fucking horrible. I would not have done that if I knew the things that I knew now as a man.